Morning. Well, thanks, Brendan, for being my cameraman today. Today we're going to talk about something we have been meaning to talk about for a while, but haven't really done it. Come on over here, B. Today we're going to talk about...
I just oiled that. See, I just oiled it.
It is all oil. Thanks, buddy. We are going to talk about the Husky centerline hitch system. And basically, this is something we've been running around with for a weight distribution hitch for our trailer now for almost a year. And I think the verdict's in that we're going to just give you guys a rundown. The verdict's in that we're going to give you guys a rundown on how we like it. This is me going ahead and setting it up, and as I set it up, I'll give you a little bit of a talk about. Thanks for watching. Here we go.
How heavy is that?
This is probably about 45 or 50 pounds.
That's a good piece of metal to throw it on.
Yeah. It's really slippery for some reason.
Why?
I think it's because Braden oiled it up.
Yeah. That's why I oiled it.
It's all oily, huh? Alright. Next up, the trundle bars. These are heavy. They're super heavy duty, but the problem with them a lot of the times is that they're so heavy that they're hard to manipulate. So I always do this before we put it in.
Yeah, I love climbing on those.
You do? There is how you hold it in. Just put a pin in, and it'll sit right there. The nice thing about these bars is that they already have a notch in them, so you can't mess them up. They always go in the right way. I like to keep them one way facing up and the other way facing down. So for us, the sticker side is always faced up. That way I don't know if it really matters or not. It just makes me feel good inside.
This is a really good video.
Yeah. Alright, let's put this one in.
Almost maybe the best thing.
Okay. I had a little pin that went with it. There it is. Alright, so you see this pin?
Yeah.
It's broke right here a while back. So I've been looking for a new one. But if I have another critique for centerline is, hey, give me some good pins. Alright, so that's set up.
How can you still use it?
Pins in.
Why are you still using it?
Oh, because it still works. Alright, now let's open this up so I can...
Yeah, you're good. We did it!
Yeah. Okay, so we got this all hooked up. The next piece that we're going to do is you have to raise it up real high. You see these bars, there's a gap here.
Yeah, I was just asking about that.
So we're going to raise this up, and as we raise this up, raise the leg of the trailer up. As we raise the leg of the trailer up right here, this bar will close the gap, and we'll basically be able to line it up with our tool that Husky sent us. Okay. Alright, this is the special tool that Husky gives you to mount the weight distribution bars onto the actual frame of the trailer. It has special hitches and grooves in here. I'll show you a couple different ways that people do it and the way they tell you to take it off. The right way they tell you to take it off from dealerships and stuff like that is to let it rest on the back of this, which I'll show you later. That's a bad idea. Use this second hook to basically pull it off of the frame, but you scratch your frame sometimes because of that front hook. How this works is we're going to take this bar and mount it up here, and there's still weight on here, so here we go. So see how I have it? I put the hook in the notch on this one, and now I rest it on top, straighten my back, lift up. It's not that loud, buddy. And we're done. So that's a two-piece process. So the first one is sitting right there on those metal pegs, but it's not all the way in. So you're going to put it on this notch, and when it gets on that notch, then you're going to lift it up just a little bit more. And it's in.
That's not really loud.
That's not too loud. These are your safety pins.
Safety pins.
All the torsion and weight is going down here, but just in case something got squirrely, you put those in, and you put a pin underneath. All right, let's go do the other side real quick. All right. All right, that's basically it. So now we're gonna drive around. We'll stick the camera out and we'll keep the sound on while we're driving around because I want you guys to hear it. What you'll see on a lot of YouTube videos that are selling these options, you won't actually hear the audio in the background of this thing moving. It is noisy. super noisy. So stay tuned. Okay, we are going to hook the camera up and we're going to drive over to our next campsite. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes away. What to listen to and watch.
And I would like to go on record for saying that this is a bad idea. But nobody's going to see this because the camera will have fallen off and gotten crumpled by the RV. So nobody's going to know that I went on record.
It's fine. All right. Watch the weight distribution hitch and listen carefully because it's super loud. Ouch. Got a splinter. So we got to get into this spot, and it's a narrow strip. One of the drawbacks for this centerline hitch on these bars is that if you don't stop parked with a nice straight line, and the other truck is straight in front, and if I was turned, there's a ton of pressure on one of these bars. I won't be able to get it off, even with the tool. So what I have to do before I get into tight spots like this one is I'll drop the bar and put all the weight on the ball and just get rid of the distribution hitch altogether. So that's what we're about to do. Off the bar in on the notch right here. You're going to use it, you're going to pick it up, and you want to put it on these pegs. Way too much weight. See if we can get more. Yeah. Try it again. And so what they want you to do is they want you to keep coming back all the way and let it rest here. If you do that, it's likely this thing might come back and slap you. So what we end up doing is I'll put the hook right here, and then I'll use the other side. You might want to come here. I'll put the hook right here on this side of the bar, and I'll use this as a pivot point, and I'll scrape it off. Did you get a good picture of that?
Yep.
All right, here we go. It's a lot of pressure too. All right, that one's done. Let's do this side. So this one you can see, barely any weight on it. That's because all the weight was sitting on that side, and that's what happens if you just have a little bit out of bounds or you're on a slight hill. So this one will be real easy. Take it off, hook it, scoop, and I'll pull that out. And then I'll drop these just to make it easier to back up. Just leave them on the bumper for now.
Good. Your tire's about a foot